Oh, I could go on for hours. It's my passion. There's a lot of people who think trees shouldn't be cut. And you know, I always go back, when I work with a landowner, my first thing I ask them is, what are your goals and objectives? You know, if their goal is to let these trees grow, fall down, and leave it in its most natural habitat, that's fine. That's, you know, you own it, you pay taxes, you know, it's your piece of land. The town has adopted a goal of recreation, but to keep the forest healthy. And one of the things that's happened here is that some of the, maybe I won't call it neglect, but lack of in some areas, had a lot of large aspen trees that have grown and come down, and they, the crew in the springtime or in the fall before the season starts, spend days and days and days cutting out blowdowns. So, you know, and I'm jumping way ahead of myself here, but you know, you can do nothing or you can do something. And the right approach keeps the forest healthy. You know, we've got all kinds of things going on in the woods today. You know, because of climate change, we've got invasive species, invasive insects, things like that. If you ignore it, Mother Nature will going to do her thing. I think it's, and the town has chosen you know, to manage their woodlot, and through American Forest Management, they're they've been hired to manage the forest. They've done a very good comprehensive management plan. Follow it. We meet with the forestry committee, but if you walk away and do nothing, it's not going to be a park-like forest. You know, things die, they fall down. Some of the wind events we've had here recently have been, you know, pretty catastrophic on some of my landowners. They said, "What do we do?" I said, "No, it's on the ground. There's not much we can do." So, you can. You know, things like the aspen and the birch, those are pioneer species. Those are the first one to come up. They're not long-lived species in the whole scheme of things. But I think, you know, I'm a big proponent of it. You know, keep the forest healthy. And I work with a lot of different landowners on a lot of different properties, from mostly in Franklin County, Somerset County. Actually, I've got one property that I'm working on in Eastport. I got to go Monday on a management plan. We need to, you know, look at each lot individually, see what the goals and objectives are. Emerald ash borer is a good example. It's all around us. It's probably in Franklin County, we just haven't found it yet. A lot of people that I work with say, I don't want to lose my ash, so they harvest their ash because it's not a matter of if, it's when. Spruce budworm was another one. Early in my career, managed a lot of property with spruce budworm. There was nothing you could do. You could spray it, but any spraying that you did just prolonged, kept it alive until you could harvest it. And a good example of this is if you look off the backside of Sugarloaf into Caribou Valley in the early 80s, that was clear cut. It was clear cut because of spruce budworm. I'm doing some work with Sugarloaf up there right now, updating the management plan, and you know, that has come back to a healthy, green, lush forest. It's ready to be harvested again. So, but if you do nothing, it's Mother Nature will take over and do her thing, and sometimes that's laying on the ground and you can't walk through it. And where recreation is the driver here, we need to make sure that we can use the property. The species that we're managing for here are some of the more longer-lived species: rock maple, yellow birch. You know, the ash comes out, red maple, spruce, hemlock. I mean, there's quite a diverse area.